Hey, welcome back. More Age of Empires for you. We're doing more ranked matches. This is still my placement matches. I'm playing as the Abbasid Dynasty versus my opponent Dismal, who's playing as the English. And we're still in our placement matches, but our opponents are continuing to get stronger and stronger. The map is Dry Arabia, very wide open map. I almost always play as Abbasid on this map, and we're really hoping to safely expand here. We're going to try to get our second town center up without losing it to some English aggression. We're not going to go our ram rush build. We're just going to go fast expand build and try to defend it. We're definitely going to get a stables as our first military building because we want to defend against the English longbowmen that are no doubt going to be being produced. We're going to want to safely mine gold. We're going to want to safely mine stone. That way we can get an expansion up and eventually go to the next age without running into too much aggression or losing too much along the way. Yeah, we might lose some villagers to maybe a ram attack, but the hope is that we don't have to we don't just completely implode from the pressure. I actually ran my scout past those villagers in the hopes that this wolf would start attacking them, but sadly it didn't quite work out. So we're aging up. We're trying to scout our opponent. We're also scouting out the map, trying to find relics. We're trying to find where some food locations are at, and it's important to locate the food patches because that's the thing you're really going to struggle for. I think getting this first stone, this first gold, this first wood, and this first food, I mean, that's a guarantee. Your spawn location is always going to have those available. But man, is it hard getting more food. I mean, this is enough wood to last you till maybe halfway through the game. And your stone and wood, you only kind of need it sparingly. But food you need lots of. So you need either a large collection of sheep, or you need to have some food locations nearby that you're okay with expanding to. So I'm looking at mostly these deer patches near me, these hunts, and then of course these berries up here as well. We spotted the council hall, so we know the longbowmen are being made, and that's why we're getting horsemen. These horsemen are, I mean, they trade great with longbowmen as long as the longbowmen are in small numbers. They don't do well against spearmen, so we got to watch out for those. And we definitely want to keep scouting because if we see spearmen getting put into the mix, that's when we know that our opponent is definitely going for some aggression. Especially if we see a blacksmith in addition. And we see the barracks, so it's definitely looking a little aggressive here. 4 longbowmen and a spearman. They're going to try and get my scout out of his base. So when I see that, I'm going to keep making horsemen, and I'm going to put down an archery range because I need camel archers or just regular archers to try and deal with the spearmen. And I also put down an outpost here near the stone. I figure it'd be a good way to defend this area, and especially if I need to move my lumber camp over here, we can go that direction as well. Gonna lose my scout here to his forces, but I see them coming across the map, so at least my scout served me in that sense. We're gonna get a arrow slits emplacement on this tower, and I'd really like to see me making more units. We shouldn't stop producing. Okay, good. We got more archers coming. Oh, I'm swapping it out for a camel archer. That's good. Yep, would like to see that. And we've gotten our fresh foodstuffs, so our villagers are cheaper. It's okay that we're a little low on gathering food, but that's okay. We're only using so much food. Now we've got our arrow slits. We've got our horsemen. Could really send these horsemen out on the map. Would really like to see them. Oh, here come his forces. I'm pretty quick on the draw to pull my villagers. I'm going to lose 1 to the longbowman. But now I'm seeing his hardened spearmen starting to take some damage. And now we can kind of engage with his longbowman here. Oh, but more longbowmen, more spearmen coming. Would like to maybe snipe an archer there. And yeah, now get out. So we got a longbowman there. Maybe we got a spearman, but we lost a villager. We're definitely trading. And now it looks like I'm going to finish out getting my 300 stone for my second town center. So that first aggression, I think he's seen that, no, I'm not going pure greed. I am, in fact, fielding a bit of an army here. But he's probably researching siege engineering behind this. He's targeting down my archers, but I'm targeting down his spearmen with my camel archer. Although my camel archer is actually attacking his archers, his longbowmen. I don't want that. I want him targeting, yeah, only the spearmen. Really happy with the arrow emplacement on this outpost. I mean, it's scoring some free hits. Sadly, I didn't micro my camel archer very well. I suspect that on the backside of this, my opponent is getting down the blacksmith and getting that siege engineering upgrade. Oh, this lone longbowman would love to see my horsemen take this one out. I mean, that's just a free kill right there. Oh, there's actually 2. See if we can maybe take these 2 longbowmen out and then retreat. Nope, we're just gonna back off. So what are we looking for next? I'd love to see me put down more military structures and maybe get a farm or 2. Or, okay, yeah, here's another option. Spending my wood to put down an outpost and a mill here. And we're gonna gather up these sheep, or these deer. So I like that. There's a farm going down. I've still got a lot of wood, though. I can spend that on farms, or I can spend that on military production. I'd love to see more military production buildings. I really want to see another stables, maybe another archery range, because I doubt my opponent's going to be making much of anything else. He's probably just going to be making spearmen and longbowmen, at least until the next stage. So I'm not sure why... not sure what I'm doing with my wood right now. I'd really like to see some more military production coming out because I need it. He's continuing to grow his military ball here. Don't want to engage here. Oh, gonna lose horsemen to some target firing there. I'm going to retreat some villagers into my town center. It's nice having these villagers here nearby because if I retreat them into my town center, suddenly he's taking a lot of arrow shots. Ooh, I'm losing 3 villagers down here. Lost all my villagers at the gold. Thankfully, I am producing more villagers, so it's okay that I'm losing a few. I just don't want to lose huge masses of them. Because look at that, at least we're trading a little bit. His units are kind of coming forward. They're getting hit by the town centers. Yeah, all those arrows are hitting them. And I can always send my villagers back to work. Oh, losing my horsemen there. His mass of longbowmen. It looks like he's given them some... Yeah, he's given them some upgrades. He's definitely got a blacksmith churning out upgrades. And I've still got a lot of wood. Would really love to see some more military production go down. The fact that I'm still only operating on 1 stable and 1 archery range, it's impressive that I haven't gotten overwhelmed just yet. And I'm loving the arrow emplacement on this this tower. If any of his units accidentally move just a little too far, they just get gunned down. So yeah, he can destroy this mining camp, but not a big deal. Especially now that we're expanding over here for even more food. If we can just get up to that 600 gold, then that'll be our age up. That's all we'll need in terms of gold for aging up. Love seeing the town center gain free shots. These berries I'm really not desperate for. Until my opponent starts putting pressure on these locations, it's not an issue. And we actually got the survival techniques to try and hunt these deer even faster. And I mean, it was a good decision. We're getting a lot of food. kind of scrapping it out here in the middle. I don't want to engage. I'd much rather he bring his units near my town center. I'm going to cancel that tower because it doesn't look like I was able to get it up. Okay, I've added in an archer range and a barracks. I wish this barracks was a stable because I really just want like archers, camel archers, and horsemen. There's just really nothing wrong with making more of these horsemen. They get 2 ranged armor. They have 9 attack, which, yeah, isn't much, but it's good for taking out longbowmen. And they're good for counter harassment, so I can send them and my scout around. We still see his army hanging out here. It's still a sizable amount. I've got some idle villagers here. I'm going to send them... Okay, looks like I'm going to have them mine gold, because I really needed that 60 gold. I needed that 60 gold ages ago. I really should have gotten on top of mining that gold earlier. He's sending his units forward again, hoping this outpost will defend well. The fact that he hasn't gone for these villagers over here or these villagers over here is a miracle. I'm super thankful that he hasn't decided to scout just a little bit this way, because all of these villagers are exposed. I think if he had scouted out a little more, he'd be in a much better position right now. Now he's putting down rams. He's probably going to bust down this outpost here. Got some idle villagers. We're going to send them to chop. You can see this ended up being, this other wood line ended up being great because I'm able to start chopping here. My opponent makes it to the castle age. I suspect with the King's Palace, in fact, we've already scouted it out, we're going to use our horsemen up here to harass while he attacks with his rams down here. I think I'll probably lose my tower here and be able to hold, but I really want to see how we do over here on our harassment. I believe I gave a few queued commands. Let's see if we can't get a few villagers. Yep, that's 2. Looks like we might get 3 or 4, maybe 5. Let's see. That's 3. That's 4. Gain a lot of great kills here. If we could just target down a few. 5. Wow, getting a lot of great kills. 6, 7. Wow, I cannot believe he did not respond to this at all. That's maybe 8, 9, 10 kills. Crazy. Of course, on the other end, I'm losing villagers as well because I sent them forward to try and destroy this battering ram. I'd say I easily lost 5, 6 villagers there. But once these spearmen are eliminated, which they are now, my horsemen can engage with the longbowmen. Although, oof, these villagers really need to run for it. There we go. We make it up to the new age. Now I need to be making knights, man-at-arms, and probably camel archers. My horse archers come back. They're duking it out with the veteran longbowmen. Note that they are veteran longbowmen. My opponent immediately upgraded to the veteran longbowman when he made it to the castle age. I've got over 1,000 wood. I really need to spend that on military production buildings. It's good that I'm getting these farms down. That's good, especially when I'm getting agriculture and preservation of knowledge. But I'm not operating on enough military buildings. And the moment this, this farm area finishes, I'm gonna have so much food production, and especially with this 3rd town center, I'm just gonna be churning out resources, and I need to be able to spend those resources. So it looks like I did a good job spending my wood, but I didn't spend it on military production. Instead, I spent it on a mosque, I spent it on a town center, and a farming operation. One of these should not have been built. I don't know which one. And wow, I'm even putting down a market instead of some military production. And meanwhile, my military production is actually idle. And it should not be, because I have not seen my opponent let up. I'm going to scout with some knights, but I'm in a very delicate position here. I know that my opponent has some rams. He's going to send them back in. He's likely going to keep up the aggression. So I really want to see this wood going towards another stables, another archery range, maybe even another barracks. Because I would love to get some crossbowmen in the mix as well. That'd be very helpful. Gain an outpost down on this sacred site. Figure I might as well start defending them, and I'll start defending some of these relics. Of course, I find a small army here. It looks like another ram, his army of man-at-arms and longbowmen. And yes, he's definitely gotten the ironclad upgrade for his men-at-arms, because look at just their armor upgrades. That's wild. Sending my units forward to try and deal with these rams. I'm okay with losing the stable. It'd be unfortunate. I really need more military production towards the back of my base. We're going to put down a springald because I'm okay with losing these buildings. If he wants to burn down these farms, go for it. I'll lose the stable. That's fine. But I need to easily replace them. So I definitely want some more houses, and I definitely want some more military production. This knight ended up getting a kill or two in terms of villagers up there. I shouldn't be too sad. I'm not actually that far behind in the villager count, I don't think. And now that I have this springald, we can deal with these battering rams. Springald does great damage versus them, and this horseman's actually getting in good damage as well. He has to target down the springald, but he doesn't have enough man-at-arms to do it. So yeah, we're using our infantry, and we're using our springald to try and take shots on this battering ram, but now we need to back off. Those longbowmen, with all their upgrades, they still do great damage versus these men-at-arms. Where's the military reduction? It's finally coming down, but not enough villagers are building them. And we're house blocked. This is what I would have liked to see minutes ago, because now I'm floating these resources. I've got 306 food, I've got 500 gold. Heck, I've almost got enough for a keep. I really want to get enough stone to make a keep, but I don't think there's going to be enough stone here to do it. Keep would be extremely helpful. I'd probably plop it down. I'd probably like delete this mining camp and just put it right here, or maybe up here. Oof, the springald emplacement on this outpost is nasty. Took out my villager who was working that farm. We are at least getting relics. That is a good sign. These will bring in some additional gold income. We can use those to make siege units. I don't know if I want a battering ram. I think I would have preferred a mangonel. It's not like his archers have gone away. I'm sending knights in to try to harass. I actually find a good collection of villagers with this knight here. I think I send him up towards the gold that's being mined near the king's palace. And we're going to target down a few villagers. I think he parks himself right here, and I queue up a bunch of villager kills. And he actually cleans up there. But the bigger story is down here. He's sending his units forward. He's going to be attacking my springald. I'm going to retreat it. And I definitely need villagers to be... I need these villagers to retreat inside. There's no one inside the town center. And I need these villagers to repair the springald. But these men-at-arms are just so tanky. They have so much in terms of upgrades. We're dealing basically no damage to them. We're duking it out. We're trying to defend our villagers. But here come the longbowmen, and they are just one-shotting all of my units. He's just target firing down units, and I just don't have upgrades or anything to really defend against this. And this is when I realize I've lost. His army is sitting on my base. He's got battering rams destroying my town center, and so I tap out. I think, in retrospect, would have loved to get more military buildings rather than greeding for another town center. We were scoring serious kills back here. I mean, we had our horsemen destroy all of these villagers here. It was a really impressive counterattack on my part, so why not just defend? Sometimes just defending's the thing to do, but I'm a very naturally greedy player, so I'm hoping next time I will recognize English aggression a little bit more and recognize the strength of it. Anyway, hopefully one more placement match and we'll be into the ranked games. See you next time.